All right. So what's cool about this is I set up everything. So now we could just go and do this. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. It's your resin 3D printing guide. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Friday. Trying to set up my phone here really quick, my old phone, and get it set up for streaming. Did you guys hear that intro? Is that good? Did you guys get it? Let me put my Facebook on here. What's up, non-fam? How's it going, bud? Get my regular Facebook up here. I set up my my Stream Deck, and it is more awesomer than I thought it was. Yes, I use that word, awesomer. Hi, AB. I'm feeling more awesomer than I'm feeling a little better. I'm still a little bit congested, and my ear is still, I can't really hear out of it. So it's kind of a pain. But thank you all for coming. And yeah, I'm going to try something out really quick here. I think some of you guys may have seen it already, but I want to see if it goes through. I thought it was. Yes, I use that word, awesome. Hi, AB. And feeling more awesome. Yes, I use that word, awesome. Hi, AB. Yes, I use that word, awesome. Hi, AB. Okay. All right. That was weird. But all right. Did the sound come through for you guys or no? Just curious. Trying to iron out some kinks here and there. So, what's up, Mink? What's up, Tactile? How's it going? What's up, Gaming for You? Yes. Happy Friday, y'all. Y'all, happy Friday. What's up, Kelly? Why do you look familiar? Sorry, I have so many people that I know and don't know, and I have no idea who's who and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I know. The Ace of Spades. I'm going to boot up TikTok here, too, and we're going to go live. We're going to multi-platform. Perfect. Video quality. Oh, we could do 1080. Sweet. Sweet. Just one thing I wanted to check, though. What's up, Jerry? How's it going? I will see if I could try and make it tomorrow, but I have a birthday that I will probably end up getting drug off to, but we'll see. I haven't been on in a while because some of you may or may not know I've been dealing with being sick. Then I got sick again, or even more sick, and then I got COVID, and yeah, then I'm still not 100%. So, but we're much better. What's up, Ebo? What's up, Danny? Don't change your ways. You're introduce yourself on TikTok. Keep up the good work. I am not changing. So let the people just deal with it. All right. So we're going to cast here. Clear that. Clear that. Clear that. Clear that. Clear that. And we're going to go and put up our YouTube. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need to take off the feedback. You're faking your sickness. Yep. Absolutely. What did I want to put this on here? Being sick, should I give you a lot of time to stream? Sure, why not? Get your friends in here and whatnot.
Tic Tac, what's up? So I have a.
Oops. Here we go.
Tic Tac, what's up? So I have
All right, there we go. Okay, I think we're all set up now. All right. Good to see you back in the mix. Yeah, I'm kind of back in the mix. What's up, Dustin? How's it going, man? How is things at Printed Solid? How's your new employee? Do I have any projects currently going on? Yes, I actually have to get a project going. So actually, should we do some Friday mail call? Should we do that? Should we open up some stuff and see what we got? I mean, I know at least what one thing is. The other stuff, I have a feeling I know what it is. So, but what's cool here is like I finally got everything set up on my Stream Deck and it looks all fancy. So I can just easily put on whatever I want. So really, really awesome. I absolutely love it. So like I can put up my cheesy break sign. I can put up my intro. Can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Technically, that shirt is wrong. Actually, I still have an Ender 3, so it's not wrong. This shirt was designed for me because of an Ender 3 print farm that I used to manage. So. I really don't. Yo, what's up, Keto? How's it going? Long time no see. Yes, I know I haven't been on stream for quite some time because, like I said, I've been sick on and off for about a month now. It has just been crazy. So, but yeah, should we do some unboxing stuff? Why not? All right. So first off, we got this new little cool thing. Will I ever use it? Probably not. It'll go into the pile of stuff that I bought for intended purposes and never got around to actually using. And I probably won't because technically I already have something like this on a much better scale. But this one's a little bit more portable than the one I currently have. This one looks kind of cool too. So essentially, it is a miniature engraver. That's not very smart. Who thought of that? But yeah, essentially it's a miniature engraver. Comes with a USB-C power cord, Looks like a, I don't know, some sort of jabby looking thing. Very small. Came with a some saw blades. What the heck? And some nice it's very interesting. Some nice drill bits, and then essentially all types of filing. So essentially, it's like an engraver slash file system thingy, whatever you want to call it. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Just saw your TikTok and not really recommending water washable. I'm sure you said before, but what low odor resin do you recommend? Ooh, I will show you. Give me a second. So this is the only low odor resin that I use, and it is the cheaper stuff. But this, now they do have different bottles, but eSun PLA or bio resin. This stuff is fantastic. It's probably my favorite of the cheap resins. I'm not a big fan of the Elegoo or the Anycubic resins. They just didn't work very well. The video keeps freezing and skipping for you. It must be your connection, because as far as I can tell, everything is good on my end. I don't have any, because I'm viewing my TikTok stream on another phone to check for comments, and I'm hardwired on this stuff. So, but yeah. So yeah, I bought this because it was really, really cheap. And I guess they got a new model out apparently, but they gave me the old model because by the time I ordered it, it was like a week later than, or a week earlier than they dropped the new one. Yeah, that sounds right. So I missed it by just a little bit, but from what it sounds like, I think I got the better looking one. I don't know, but either way, really, really interested to try this out and see how it goes. But I more or less bought it because of this, because I wanted to try like how filing is and everything. Because I did start kind of getting into painting a little bit, and I want to try and do a little bit more of that. So, but yeah, I'll if you guys want a link to this, I can put it up, or I can show you guys where it is. It's essentially just a miniature engraver. That's all it is. So, where is my kniff? Probably where it always is. Matt. Awesome. Thanks for the recommendation. Absolutely. So another water washable resin, if you're a water washable resin person, the only one that I can suggest that I have actually been okay with is Ministry of Resin. That's probably the best water washable resin that I have used. And I still have, well, it's up there. I got to bury it out of there. But I still have a print, and it's been 8 months, maybe longer, that I printed it, and it has not cracked yet. So that's a good sign. This, I think I know what this stuff is, but I'm not sure what. This should be returned filament from Amazon. If not, then it's something I have no idea, because I don't remember ordering anything else. And it is. So we'll put up some more filaments on the Etsy store sometime soon. So we have some, ooh, this looks like carbon fiber. Oh, it is carbon fiber. It's brand new carbon fiber. There's some carbon fiber for y'all. Sorry, I'm missing some stuff here. Nice. How much was that? I think it was like 20 or 25 bucks. It wasn't too bad. Not much, just having dinner. I need one so I can remove the mask traces. It is the resin 3D printing god. Yeah, we're sticking with it. Forget it. Forget about it. Now, this is not for everybody. I'm just telling you that right now. So for anybody who's like, oh my God, I'm going to jump on that. It's not for everybody. And that's probably why these are returned, because this will kill a nozzle perfectly. This does not have anything on it. But judging by the looks of it, it looks like carbon fiber as well. Because it's very abrasive, this thing. So, but I'm guessing this is carbon fiber as well. Yep. So says the box, but again, just judging from the looks of the type of filament. This I might reach out to Minwin and see if he wants some of this, or at least one of these spools to test out. And then we have some rainbow, but this is slow transition rainbow. I get why a lot of people don't like their rainbow because it's insanely slow. Like, look at how slow that is. It's almost all gold. It's not the greatest of rainbow filaments. It's kind of just so. It's made for large prints. But that's cool. We got two carbon fiber and a I can talk, I swear. Two carbon fiber and a rainbow. Let's see here. When you get a chance, would like a link to that engraver. Absolutely. Enjoy the evening. All right, Flowers, you have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in. Should we switch this? That'd be better. Can we switch this? Nope. You want to do that straight. There used to be, did I disable that? Oops, my bad. My bad. Sea of TikTok's CNC kitchen. Well, too bad that wasn't like 2 weeks ago because I was having dinner right next to CNC kitchen with Stefan and Joel and so it's good on my end. Yes, as far as I know, it's good. After showing you my successful Saturn II test prints, my prints are having a hard time sticking to the build plate. I bought some PTFE lubricant, so hopefully that helps. I have leveled the bed many times. No, do not use that. So here's the thing about PTFE lube. Essentially, what you are doing is you are adding it to the FET film. The FET film is made up of PTFE. Okay, it is a chemically resistant film. And I mean so chemically resistant that I can take this stuff that eats through a lot of stuff and it'll sit there perfectly fine. Okay? So essentially, you're just putting something on there and it's not doing anything to the FET. It's just sitting on top. So when you add the resin in, what it does is it thins out the resin. So I don't really suggest doing that. I don't know why people are still suggesting that. Just dial in your times. If you need some help, hit me up on Facebook. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me as quickly as possible. If you don't know, it's facebook.com/Akuma Max. And that's all one word, by the way. And just send me a message, do a test print, and show me how it is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's start with a basic. And then we can go to support settings and then print orientation and things like that, because those are the three main things I always tell people when they're getting into resin printing. First and foremost is your resin exposure times. Every single bottle of resin is going to be different. And recently, that's even more so because Elegoo has decided to change formulations. So a lot of people are having issues with the Elegoo stuff that they have consistently printed with for the last 1.5 to 2 years of printing, and now everything's failing because, well, Elegoo decided to just up and change its formula for some reason. So that means Anycubic will probably be following shortly after, as well as EPAX and
probably Focus, and anybody else who uses that manufacturer of resin. I believe it's Jamhe, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so they're having issues like that, and so again, that's why I say, as much as it's a pain, do it for every single bottle. Now, again, you can get away with not doing it for every single bottle. Let's say you use the same resin, same manufacturer, same type of brand, whatever, same bottle, and you use that for a year straight, and it works perfectly fine. If you start having failures, then go ahead and just do a test print again and see if something is off. So, what's up, Logan? How's it going? Let me know as soon as you get that package, okay? But yeah, go ahead and hit me up, and we will get you up and running. Brian, since you're online, let's take a look and see, if you don't mind. Can we put up your chat that we were having with you? If it isn't my resin 3D printing guide. Yo, what's up, TikTok? Yeah, if you're okay, Brian, is it okay if I share the conversation we're having? So I can kind of show some people some stuff? Sure, go for it. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and, why are you not letting me do that? Open link. And then we're going to go, great, I got a friend request. See all in Messenger. All right. So, side monitor. Oh, that's terrible. Let's not do that. All right, let's switch this up. Let's leave you here, and you here, and you down here. There we go. Has anyone used a FlashForge Photo 8.9 and know if there is any good? I'm looking at buying a big printer, and I'm looking at FlashForge or the Elegoo Saturn. I would personally get the FlashForge. The Elegoo Saturn, there have been some issues with them. I used to have 7 of them. Obviously, I don't have any anymore, and I don't have any Elegoo products. And I'm not saying that they're bad products. It's just their QC lately has not been the greatest. So do with that information as you wish. But I will say that Elegoo does have some great customer service if anything goes bad. So if you are looking for a good printer, definitely the FlashForge is a great printer. My buddy Yurdi, his handle on TikTok is Forward 3D Printing. He has one of them, and he absolutely loves his. And essentially, FlashForge is Voxel Lab. So the Voxel Lab Proxima 8.9 is the FlashForge Photo 8.9, which is consequently the Creality LD-006 as well. It's all manufactured by the same person. So anyway, let's get our main monitor on here and our main camera off. All right, so essentially we're looking at this print, and we're kind of looking at some supports here, which look kind of wonky to me. They're not the greatest of supports, but there's a lot of them. That's an insane amount of supports, in my opinion. I don't think that we need that many supports, but hey, you never know. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more prints here. Can we zoom in here? I don't think it'll let me. Only on my phone. I mean, I can probably try and zoom in. All right, so also one of the arms failed, so I have to print all of the pieces in the last picture again because they come as one file. Ooh, that stinks. But there kind of is a way around that. Right, this is the Z model or 2ED model. Try to print from this designer. The first one was an even bigger failure. just going to drop them for now until I can get better at putting my own supports on models. Okay. They also offer a Shitu box version of the files, but I have yet to download that. Maybe that will make a difference. So, Brian, I do highly suggest going for Shitu box. Personally, I am not a big fan of Anycubic Slicer. One of the major things that I had an issue with when I first got the M3 Max was there's an issue with pre-supported models from Shitu box into their slicer, and it ends up adding supports into the model. So it's kind of weird. It's a weird glitch. So I personally use Shitu box, and that's my like go-to. Now, if you want to stick with the Anycubic, that's perfectly fine. You know, it's nothing terrible. But the Shitu box, I'm just more down to earth with. And it might be a little bit better for you. Who knows? So maybe try and give that a go. Download the Shitu box and boot that up and see how the Shitu box version goes. And then we can go from there, because that'll be much easier to work with, in my opinion. Like, this is basically a model that I'm going to print in a little bit here. But essentially, this is what you're going to be coming up to. You're going to go in there, whatever Anycubic you have. I don't know exactly what it is, but essentially you're just going to pick it. Let's say it's a mono, which I don't know why that has the mono there, but sure. Oh, I know why it has the mono, because that is a photon mono. So essentially, this is an upgraded photon. It's an original photon with a mono screen. I see. All right. So anyway, you essentially just pick your printer, and this is what you're working at. So, you know, we can print this flat, which I'm going to. It'll probably have some flat footing, but it's not meant to look anything spectacular. It's just meant to be clear, and that's really about it. So, but essentially, we can put supports on this and everything. But again, we don't ever want to support anything like that. Can you get away with it? Yeah, it's rare. And it'll probably cause more pitting on the underside here, because essentially what's happening here is, while it's printing, okay, and it's going up and down to print more, there's resin settling on the top here, and it's uncured resin. So it's literally like eating away at the model. So it's not properly curing that first layer there. So that's why I don't ever suggest adding anything straight up and down. Again, can you get away with it? And if you're okay with, you know, sanding down the bottom or taking care of that, sure. All right, no problem. But yeah, I don't really suggest it. So what's up? I drink and paint things. So you have a mono wax. Okay. Thank you for that. I always take your info on board. Cool. So another thing, you know, since we're talking about printers, Kelly, let's go and check out Amazon right now, because little birdie told me today that Amazon has some insane deals right now, and that might have been just for the Amazon Prime Day, which I don't know when the Amazon Prime Day was. I was sick, so I was out. But here's a nice bundle if you're looking to get into resin printing. This is a smaller bundle, but for like $349, you're ready to rock and roll basically out of the box. This is the bundle that I always suggest people, because it really is a great starter bundle. I'm not a big fan of the Anycubic Model 4K, but you can't beat the price. Why am I not a fan of it? Well, it's not the greatest of printers for a starter. You know, that Elegoo might be a tad bit better on this, but if you were versing like the Mono X versus a Saturn, the Mono X is going to win. But these ones are definitely lower quality in my opinion. Not by much. Again, it's a very small difference, but it's still a great package because it's all in one. It's all Anycubic stuff, and Anycubic just works. But one of the major things here is the build plate here. This is the biggest thing that I always suggest to people over the Elegoo products because it does not have a ball joint system. If you have a printer that you are looking at that has a single screw in the center here, I don't suggest doing that. Always look for the ones that have the 4 screws on each side. That's probably the best. But again, this is a great package, and I know they have the Mono X package, which is about double the price. Don't get a bottle of resin, but for $589, you get a Wash and Cure Plus, that's what I use, and it's amazing. And then the Mono X, which, yeah, sure, it's an older model, but it still works fantastically, and everybody I know that has one loves it. And your build size is essentially the same as a Flash Forge Photo 8.9. So let's just take a look at the Flash Forge. Let's see what the price is. So that's pretty good. That's pretty hard to beat. I think this has got a 4 point. So this uses basically the Calent setup. So yeah, that's a good printer to buy. That is a great price for that. Oh, they actually added the Voxel Labs to it as well. So like I said, Voxel Lab is Flash Forge. Flash Forge is Voxel Lab. Same difference. What is this? 9.2. So this is a new one. So this is 6K. Ah, that's why they brought down the prices, because there's a 6K on the board. Okay. So there's a 6.0. That's a smaller one. Do they still have the 8.9? Yeah, so the Photo and the 8.9 are essentially, like I said, the same printer. They're just different colors. Choose your color. But yeah, that's essentially, it's the same exact printer. There's no real big difference. So sweet. Good to hear. I'm loving my Mono X6K. Great. Good to hear. What's up, Dora? How's it going? Just showing some people some of the resin printers that they can get. This is what you guys need to bring in, a resin printer. Another one that's kind of cool, but like the oddball, and kind of nowadays, I guess it's a little overpriced for what it is, because, there's the Saturn II, but in my opinion, this is a far superior printer. If you have a little bit more money, the Uniformation GK1 is a really, really nice printer. The downfall is there's not a lot of people that support that. There's probably a handful of us that have this printer, so you're very limited to what you can do with it, or if you have issues with it, you have a very limited community. So that's the downfall of this printer. But it is a far superior printer in terms of build quality and just what you get for it. And more or less just the build quality is going to be the big thing. So it is a 5K printer at 45 microns, so it is a little bit higher resolution than most of the ones. And it is a 10-inch printer, so it's got a little bit bigger build volume than your medium-sized printers. But again, your price goes way out there. And I do highly suggest getting this if you need print removal, because it's kind of hard for some people to remove from that build plate. Excuse me. Do you find the 8K screen's print quality is much higher? So to be in all honesty, anything beyond 4K, and really anything beyond 2K, you're probably not going to notice with your naked eye. Usually when you have macro lenses, that's when you start noticing differences. And really, when you look at anything that's marketed as 8K or 4K or 6K, you see there's a lot of models that are very up close. Well, there's a reason for that, because you're not going to really see the difference between even probably a 1080 printer to a 2K, to a 4K, to a 6K, and so on and so forth. Fuko's also has some resin at great prices now. Ooh, let's take a look here. So here's Dora hooking us up with some cheap resins. Oh man, is that for a kilogram? Whoa, whoa! Is this 2 kilograms for $45? Hold up! People need to be buying some more of this. That is insanely low, right? Is that It is 2 kilograms or 2 grams, whatever. That's insane. What is that? Let's break that down. So let's say with taxes it's $55 divided by 2. It's $27.50 per bottle, and that's a kilogram, 1,000 grams. That's pretty good. Oh hey, I purchased this 3 times. That's because I did. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good price. That's not too bad. So here, you guys want some comparison? I'm sure it'll be very close, but oh man, would love to get into resin printing, but I also like sleeping in the same bed as my wife. So, all right, so here's the really, really cheap resin that I absolutely hate. So it's about the same price. So here's a funny thing. So talking about resin, so people have been buying this Elegoo resin, and apparently on some of the bottles still they have the old exposure times on this. All right, we need to mute this chat. I'm done with it. I need to figure out how to mute that. Yes, I use that word. Just want to sell out them. Are you guys moving away? Oh, that's disappointing. So yeah. Now I do have a lot of AK printers here as well. So just FYI, I do have a lot of frozen products. And that is also why Elegoo has the Saturn II at 8K, because Frozen actually moved their operations to. All right, we need to mute this. This is insane. Notifications and sounds. See ya. Till I change it. Bye, Felicia. We're done with that. All right. Okay. What else could we look at? I've only ever bought 1 bottle of Elegoo resin, and every print failed with it. So bought any cubic resin, only failed prints I had from them was my own fault. So that's kind of strange because they're both manufactured by the same one. But I do believe that they have different formulations. Whoa, wait a minute. Comgro's got a UV wash and cure station, or is this just a UV station? Hold on. Comgro wash and cure station. This is literally the one that's made from G-Tech. It's real janky looking, but it's kind of okay. It's just the wash bucket is real. This one's better. This one's got a better wash bucket. Okay, so that's a new one. $125. It's a little on the pricey side. It does have a lot of UV curing on it. Okay, so essentially it's just like any other wash and cure. It's nothing, doesn't offer anything cooler than the other thing. It's just more basic with this little knob that they have here. So, but yeah. Anyway, let's let's get off of here and get back to what I was doing. All right, so yeah, so essentially, Brian, like I said, let's go ahead and download the Sheet 2 Box version and see if we can get you hooked up there. Maybe that'll be a little bit easier for you, and we can get you up and running here in a little while. All right, so essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to save this actually. Oh God, the little one's home. Save projects, models. Sammy. Oh.
I got all my stuff too.
Yeah.
I got all my stuff.
Hey. You gonna say hi?
Hi. I
So
saw
you want a bunch of stuff at the carnival?
Hello. Yeah. And we got.
Oh, and they brought me home leftovers. What is that?
That is a fried Oreo.
A fried Oreo. I've never tried one, so we'll have to see how
From
that
the same
goes.
place where you get the small cake.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. What is that?
Headphones.
Where's my headphones?
I gave them to you.
Where are they? Oh, okay. Just making sure. Everybody's saying hi.
Hello. We just came back from the carnival.
Yep.
Are you wearing Daddy's headphones?
No, those are not my headphones.
These are.
Are you still live?
Yes. I just went live like not even a half hour ago. All right. Can you move out of the way?
Yeah.
And move some stuff. All right. God, I was unboxing stuff.
Not
Cool.
sure what was piece in that box. What were you unboxing? Printers?
No. Resident stuff.
Resin?
All right. Should I make room over here? I don't know if I want to make room. Everybody says hello, hello, hello. God, I see. I'm chopped liver. That's all you can say is that.
Are you putting resin on that?
Yeah, I would hope so. Otherwise, how am I going to print?
I would think we would have left it on the table.
All right. Let's,
What did you print?
We don't see
a model that's slightly failed.
Oh no.
You what?
My voice are gone.
Your voice is gone? That would be the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah. Did I happen?
I think you need a bigger room. Yes. Ooh. Oh, they
Whoa!
give you a big one.
Definitely. I've never seen a resin bottle like that.
Nope, these are the new ones.
They're more like resin packages than anything.
So this is kind of cool. Folks.
What you have?
I have some stuff. Here, I'll put that in one of the boxes over here. All right, so we got some new resin because we got a new resin printer. And this is from our friends 3DRS. And this is their new standard 8K high resolution. And this looks like it is 1,000 grams, maybe 500. I don't know. I don't know. I just work here. But anyway, here's some cool tidbits about it. So it says $10 instant sign-up credit, $10 per friend referral, earn cash on orders at 3drs.com, and then $1 per recycled bag. So if I decided I wanted to go and give this bag back to them, they'll give me $1 towards my purchase.
Can you start printing one?
I'm getting it set up right now. So it'll take an hour. So I had to make room for everything. And then that's going to be for Rob.
That little one?
The
The
big,
black one?
already told him.
Cool.
Mommy,
Is that the one
Just
you're
to
not
keep
too
asking
fond
me.
of?
The what?
She's like, she keeps going and she needs help. And so now so I'm sort of off with that first one.
What I see? I don't see it.
Damn, chill.
I can see.
You can see what?
I can see the green guy.
Yeah. Hello. Are you still getting the Sobel IDEX to review? I don't think so. I thought I was, but then they were like, oh, well, we got to see who you are. And I'm like, you guys know who I am. You've sent me a couple printers before. But that's all right.
Oh!
Hey, can I have your
Right.
file? Because a lot of this looks like shit.
I ain't gummy bear.
Hold on. Watch out.
You have them on the wall.
Yeah, there's some other ones. Give those one. A little more abrasive.
What?
Said those are a little more abrasive. Yeah, so right now that is a no. I am not getting that. So not sure what's going on.
Dad has your gummy bear. Oh, you don't want your gummy bears? No. No gummy bears? Daddy has a gummy
She
bear.
ate all the good ones. They're all gone. What's up, Sean?
Gummy bear.
Onion.
Gummy bear.
I'm not really worried about it. It's not the end of the world. All right, that's it.
Thanks.
All right, watch now. All right. So that's kind of a failed print, so we got to clear that up.
Okay.
There's gummy.
Some gloves. Yeah, I as much as I'd like to have the printer, it's not the end of the world. The IDEX that I have here has been working pretty good. I do need to get it back up in printing after my disaster of pulling the extruder wiring out. But it's all right. Renata Luna, what's up? No, and I think we're just gonna move to regular TikTok. How about that? Do you use anything other than IPA to clean your prints? I actually use denatured alcohol, and no, I don't use anything else. I understand that, but I would like to see a side-by-side between the two. I agree, and a lot of people have asked that, but hey, it is what it is. So since there's only 3 people watching on TikTok, I think I'm going to end that and then go on to a regular one. Because right now we're on we're on like the streaming one, and I don't think it comes up with as many good reviews. So we're going to just end this. We'll be right back. I know you're here. We'll be right back. We're gonna go on a regular one. There we go. Mucho gusto.
Which camera are you starting from?
Am I what? Watch out.
Which camera are you recording from?
What?
Is it the Sony camera?
Maybe. All right, watch out. What do you got? What you doing? Off the base, or you're not allowed. No weirdo. Oh, you gotta go. You're a weirdo. Huh?
You're a weirdo too.
Be right back. Going over to YouTube so I can watch on TV as my phone keeps freezing. Awesome. Yeah, Facebook might be freezing. So, there we go. See, there's already like 9 people here. It's already much better.
Nah.
No, I didn't. Now. So we're going to save some of that print because it kind of came out.
So it's the print.
Ooh, that's easy to remove. I like it. I like it, Bobby. I like it a lot. Yeah. What? Break it?
Do you have like glue?
Do I have a what?
Glue?
I don't think so. Not down here, at least. You know what you can do for me? Go upstairs, all the way upstairs in the bathroom. Grab my hairspray from the top. Do I know we have to be there?
I don't know.
What the hell? Nose is constantly running today. Fine. The risen God. What's up?
Here's the hairspray.
Put it next to the FDM printer where the blue tape is.
This is the
What you do?
Glue in. I don't think you want being able to-
Nope. But your brother has.
I love being able to write.
So does this with Letta.
Yeah, that's why I
Do you
like
paint your models? I'm just getting to start painting. I'll show you my first painted model ever.
I'm gonna put these on. Like, in here. I tried filing, that's how I drove the video. One is cutting now. Your dad wasn't so last night. Okay.
Nikki, come here for a second.
Yes.
You come over here and rip off a piece of paper towel.
Paper towel?
Yeah, hold it with one hand. Rip it off. There you go.
Stay with me.
All right, put it on there. Thank you.
Careful. Careful.
It's always nice to have helpers. Why didn't you 3D print a bat holder? Because that's a brand new printer that has just getting onto the market. And I'm not that fancy with designing. Tinkercad is about as far as I go. So, going to level your bed before doing another print. All right, cool. Ooh. That is some weird stuff going on with that resin. Try mixing up that resin a little bit. So yeah, here I'll show you my first slightly painted model. Not too bad. Not the greatest, but for someone who's never painted a model before, can't complain. Where can you get that shirt? th3dstudio.com. And no, that's not a joke.
Are you wearing your
The 0 days.
Yes. What's up, bud? You're getting no sound. Oh, from TikTok. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Now you should be okay. Apologies for that.
so you set up your stream deck?
Yes, I had it.
Daddy,
It's
that's
so
it,
cool.
sir.
Came over here. Oh, you came to see YouTube. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Robert? How's it going? Elizabeth. Can I pin this? Yes, I can. Okay, there we go.
Ooh, a Ghostbuster rat here.
Hey,
All right, yeah, now you guys should have sound.
It's a
Sorry about that.
record.
it's a DVD. It's not a record, but it's a DVD.
I don't even know what a record is.
Wait, there's
I do know what a record is. That's a DVD too. Put that down.
I know what a record
Where's your hat? Where's your hat here?
What do you mean, what did I have here?
Hi.
Guess you could just take over the stream. Hey, careful.
What you doing, Dad? Hi, guys. I'm so happy to see you.
Natural streamer kid.
I know.
Also,
I know.
say hi to them on Facebook and YouTube and
All
Twitch and
platforms.
Twitter.
Hello.
Are you trying to do a silly face?
You enjoying yourself?
Uh-huh.
You don't even realize that there's a camera above you.
You're right here.
What's wrong, Penny? You didn't like that move?
All right, crazy. Hey, you gotta get down. I gotta sit. Come on.
That's me. That's her with my chair. She literally never wants to get out.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, no. Ah,
No.
how do I even move? That's a good question. It's very, very difficult.
What's that matter?
Just got back on from Facebook to YouTube to see babies being so funny. Yes, that's my yes, the resin printing princess. Yes, that's exactly what she is.
What? What doll?
A creepy doll.
What creepy doll?
Stop talking about yourself like that.
I bet you he was talking about the one from my grandmother's home.
Probably.
The one that's got the
Hi, puppers. What's
One
up?
that's where? There's no creepy dolls in this house.
Hi, my puppy puppers. Hi, my pups. Yes, you can come up here. Just gonna be like the wild
Take over the screen.
outdoors or whatever.
What? What's
Is that
up?
what this stream's gonna be? Like Jack Hanna.
She does that a lot with me too.
What's up, Logan? I'm a little crazy. We're all crazy.
Oh,
It's a boat.
okay.
They have a boat.
All right. So let's get this all set up.
Like mermaid.
Ooh.
You have no use. Mommy, are you swimming with your beauty?
What?
Mommy's swimming with her beauty.
Oh.
That's not fun.
I think you should go to bed.
Bring your kids and pets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look.
So as you can see, we have some failures on there. All right. You guys that are in TikTok land, different viewpoint. Yeah. Just take your fingers. Just go push up.
and it'll come right off. Failure one. Failure two. Simple as that.
Pixels. Looks like pixels.
It's essentially what you print as. Pixels.
Just thousands of pixels.
Yes. Exactly.
Thousands of
pixels.
pickles.
Yes, pickles.
Thousands of millions, billions pixels.
Just ask Rick and Morty.
Pickles? Rick and Morty?
Oh.
Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick!
You don't even watch Rick and Morty.
No, but I know the meme.
Of course you do.
I watch.
You would.
What meme do you not know?
Ton of girl.
Doubt it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. The 3D printing resin guy. What's up? I actually have a question for you about resin printing. Well, have at it. I am currently setting up for a print. I'm going to do a test print really quick, which will take about 15 minutes. And then we can set this print off to go.
I gotta figure out how they stand up. If they're supposed to be standing up on a table.
I can put them on a stand really quick.
Yeah, but you don't have it spelled out as one. You have it O.
I can do that right now before I print them.
Okay. Well, so we're
Get a couple screws.
always.
We all do.
Oh, she scratches the shit out.
Cora?
Oh, what's the matter? Did she?
No.
I
Uh-huh.
trimmed her nails, so she shouldn't be that bad.
Oh, by the way, I apparently had her thing set at 4 cups per meal.
Damn, man, that's why she's getting fat.
So I put it down to 1. So she's probably going to be really mad, but whatever. All right, let's get back to this. Now we need to do some quick design. All right. So let's see here. So I've been trying to get some minis going, but everything I do always comes out super brittle. They shatter like glass. Is that normal for resin prints? Or am I doing something wrong because I can drop FDM prints on concrete like nothing but resin prints? Print on pillow and it breaks into 8 pieces. So you probably didn't see my video. Are you using water washable resin? That's my first question to you. So let's go and do our main monitor here. So essentially, we need to make a sand. So Tinkercad it is. I haven't seen your video. My bad. No. So essentially, I'm just going to repeat what my video is. Did you? Okay, what kind of any cubic resin now? Is it water washable, or is it regular resin? And if so, what kind of resin? Like, does it say anything on the bottle? Standard resin, what? And then the other thing is, what is your exposure time that you're printing in? All right, so essentially here, what we're doing, guys, we are setting up the print, basically. So we're going to take a block, and we're going to take some letters,
It should.
Letters.
There's a
A.
subway.
Let's see. Okay. So we are going to really I have to pull each and every letter. You're kidding me. So, I guess that's fine. Let's make it easier for me instead of doing that. Exposure is 2 seconds a layer. Okay, so that's pretty good. It could just be bad resin. But I highly doubt it. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to size these up a little bit. So what I want to do is import one of these files. You know, it's what I'm going to do. Scale. So this is the scale. It is 80 millimeters tall. Oop, no.
All right, come on, Sam. We're gonna go back.
Aw,
Gonna keep what right there? What? Her arm? You detached her arm?
you killed her.
You did. You know, your mermaid is supposed to be in one piece, not in multiple. All right, come on. Come on.
I don't even know why I'm sizing these up. You know, we're just gonna square them.
No, we're going upstairs.
What are you doing that? Oh, you're fine. 12, 12. Let's go. Hey.
What's the magic word?
Exactly, nothing.
Oh,
All right, sorry. Exposure time is 2 seconds a layer. All right. Okay. Does the Hallett 1 and LD002R have different screens, although both being 4K? You asked that on a TikTok, didn't you, Alan? And I meant to reply to that today, and I didn't see it, so my apologies. But yes. So the LDR, as I named it, is a RGB screen. So that means it is a full-colored screen, whereas the Hallett 1 is a BW screen, or black and white. So the reason why there's more exposure time is because there's more colors of the rainbow to go through on the RGB screen, whereas black and white, you're just going through black and white. So essentially less time that you need to do everything. So that's why it's twice as fast for a monochrome printer compared to a non-monochrome. But essentially I'm having a brain fart here. I'm literally having a brain fart. The detail of the printers will probably be not any different. Again, at least to your the naked eye. TikTok, what's up? What's up, Crystal? Getting resin info now. Sorry, not home at the moment. So using Amazon history info. Gotcha. But yes, Alan, that's exactly what is happening there. So let's do a 5mm base. Now let's do two. That should be. Ah. Come on. There. Tweetus. So yeah. I got a Hallett one yesterday. You got a lot of printers. Or you're getting a lot of printers, I should say. Where are you getting these printers from? All right. So, essentially, we need to bring these up. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys are watching me do this. Okay. Zoned in. Yeah, sorry, I'm designing a print. It says the number 1. Yes, I was right. Okay, so it says ONE for first birthday. So, um, yes, I tend to focus pretty heavily. It's the brain. Um, when I start getting into things, it's like the world can be burning around me, and it doesn't matter. Um, one guy was getting pallets from Amazon returns. That's probably my buddy Yasu. That's the guy who I think he works for, or he basically is the right-hand man for the water washable resin I suggested, which was Ministry of Resin. And he forced that on me, and he was like, "No, just try it, dude. It's good." And I was like, I don't know. I'm not a big water washable person. And yeah, I printed it. And I was like, that wasn't too bad. So finally a live stream. Yes. Finally a live stream. Anycubic 3D printer, resin, high cure, rapid prototyping. So you probably just got regular standard resin. I'm not sure what your deal is. It shouldn't be that ridiculous. Like even my brittle stuff, the 4K resin or the 8K resins, those are pretty brittle. And even if I take a miniature and I drop it on the floor from here, it won't really break. Maybe after a couple times it will, but not like instantly. And my floors are concrete. So thanks, Resin God. You're welcome. 112 defective FEP screen full of resin. Oh boy. New Fappin is ready to go. Well, that's good. That's a deal and a half. I don't know why, but I have this stupid TikTok song, Chrissy, wake up! And it's stuck in my head. Keep the Resin God name. I am. He built that large cosplay robot. Yep, the red one. Yep, that's Yasu. Yep. So Yasu, myself, and John Sharpkowski, who is my other admin of the 3D Printing for Noobs group, I think we were 3. Yeah, we were the 3 people working directly with Creality on the Hallett Sky. So, do I have a Cobra Max? I do not. I have an Anycubic Viper, which is currently running. Well, it's right behind the chair here. So, but it is got a print going, and I should probably check on it to make sure it's okay. Yeah, everything's looking good. We put down some hairspray just to be on the safe side. I'm still gonna call you Resin Man. That's fine. I'm Resin Man. How's the FDM printers going? Well, I only have the Anycubic I was gonna say Anycubic Viper up and running right now. The 10 log is just kind of sitting there. I need to re-level it. And then I have probably, I don't know, like 10 other FDM printers I should probably get reviews done for, but just don't have the time to do all of them. So yeah. All right. So essentially, I think we're going to take this down to 1 millimeter. I don't think we need that size. I think that's good. Maybe we should bring it down to 1. Do 1 millimeter. So if you guys are on my YouTube or my Twitch or my Twitter or Facebook, you guys can see me designing something super simple. Like anybody can literally design this. And the only reason it's taking me, 20 minutes to do it is because I'm talking, and I always have to address something. But I think that's good enough. I think that's good. Should we bring this in a little bit more? It's at 10. Put it at 5. No, that's too light. Need something with a nice base on it. Oops. So essentially, all right, so we have our letters kind of in here. What we're going to do now is we are going to take the base, and then we're going to control and press the N, and we're going to align it, or maybe it's shift. I forgot. There we go. Hold down shift. We're going to press align. We're going to line it up in the center. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with the E. We're going to take this and this. We're going to align it if we can. I don't know if we can. Dang it. So essentially, we're going to have to combine these two. You were on YouTube. All right. I upgraded linear rails on my Linear 3 V2 much faster. Yeah, that probably would make it faster. Bigger bed, harder to level. Agree. Overmax is a big boy, and I've heard some kind of so-so about it. So, all right. So, So essentially, we have the center here. All right. So now all we have to do is we have to space these accordingly. So, I got to get a ruler, and that'll tell me exactly where I need to go. All right. So, let's do 10. This is the part that always trips me up. good on this. I don't like that gap between these two. That looks more universal, but still not the greatest. Well, thank you for sharing the live. Sent Thunderhammer, huh? I missed it. You guys in TikTok land want to see what I'm doing? Like I said, I'm basically modeling something super simple. You need to sand the hell at bed. Any suggestions? I saw someone recommended to use 120. Why do you need to sand it? Because it's scratched up. Have you seen my build plates? Have you seen literally any of my build plates? Except for the brand new printer right here. But yeah, if you've seen any of my build plates, yeah, it looked like they lost the battle with Freddy Krueger. I have the YouTube screen on my screen, but smaller. One statue. I think this is about as good as we can. I'd like to close that gap a little bit more. I think that's good, actually. And what we'll do is we're actually going to do this in. There we go. That's better. Mucho gusto. All right, and now we are going to group them. All right, there we go. All right, when leveling the bed, do you always click on Z equals 0 after everything is leveled and tightened? No. So what I usually do is I'll level the bed. You know, I'll unscrew everything first, do the Z or home, whatever. No vat. A piece of paper, or if you want to fold a piece of paper in half, that might be a little bit better. So fold a piece of paper in half like this, put it underneath there, let the build plate come down, make sure you can pull the paper in and out, and then once it comes down, push it down with your hands, do like the Spock thing, push it down, tighten down all the screws, and then take the paper and move it back and forth. If it moves, go in, press Z down 0.1 until that does not pull back and forth. Okay? You don't want it too tight, but it should not pull back and forth. You should just be able to pull it out. Then, once that is done, you set Z equals 0. Now, that's not home. That is what the Z is going to start printing at, only the Z. So if you were to go and reset it, and then you press home again, it would not home at that 0. So your Dolphin is coming up good. What software are you using? So we're using Tinkercad. Very, very simple software. Like I said, we're not designing anything spectacular, and this is about as far as my design abilities can go. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, so essentially we are done. I'm not 100% happy with it, but it'll do, pig. It'll do. So we yeah, basically did it that way. And then we can go ahead and export this model as an STL or an OBJ, whatever we want. So originally we had this, but then, oops. Originally we had this, and then the wife was like, no, I need something that stands up. Well, these could probably stand up, but we're not going to take any chances with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our model that we just did, and we're going to put it in here. Now, as you can see, it's kind of small, and it is a little goofy looking there. So we're going to scale it up. Let's do scale to fit. 500%. The O is not the greatest. I probably could have made a better one, but I took what they had, so that's good enough. So, but essentially, we can go ahead and print this. Now, should we print 2 of them? Whoa, 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 whoa! What'd you do? All right. What I should do here, we're going to do this. We're going to rotate this. So it's going to be like really crazy looking. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, I probably could have just done what I originally planned and did this, which I think I already did. Hold on. Let's pull up this model. I think I already did this in a different program now. Can't wait till I can afford a better computer. I want to do some serious modeling, but I'm limited. So, you know, it's funny that you're talking about that because right before I went live, so I got my Stream Deck up and running, right? And it has my CPU usage on there. Now, I have a quite ridiculous computer. It's got a Threadripper in it. And what I did was I took a model and I put like a gazillion supports on it, and then I doubled it. I copied both of the models and sliced it up, and it took like, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds to render it. But what's funny is it took like 10% of CPU power, and that's it. And I don't even have this thing overclocked. So, desktop it is. It is in. There's this really cool program that allows you to make like these dual things. And essentially, I made that originally, and I think that's kind of cool because, yeah, you know what? We're gonna do one. We're gonna scale it there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna have to come out just a little bit. Let's do 175. Maybe. This one I think is even better looking. It's a little jaggedy there, but I hear you. Go ahead and close. Yeah. So I essentially what happened was, what was it, 2 years ago now? I had an old HP, and basically anything that died from it, I would just upgrade to something ridiculous. So it was just kind of like a hack job, but not. So, like I said, if something died, I just bought like the best of the best. And finally, it was like, nope, I have had enough. I'm done. And so I was like, all right, I want a future computer, I want a 10-year computer. And so that's what I did. Is I kind of built a 10-year computer. Let me stretch this a little bit. Would it be okay being stretched? I don't think so. I think it's like crap. Not as bad as I thought it would. I think we're okay with that. It reminds me of the Nintendo 64, and but yeah, that's essentially what I did. Is I'm like, I want a computer that after 10 years of using it, I don't have to worry about what's going on. So yeah. All right. So essentially, we have these two models set up. I'm gonna save this because, like I said, we got to do a what you call it? We got to do calibration print on this before we do anything because I don't want failures. So, all right, let's go open up our calibration. Let's go 3D files, test prints, and the best one of the best, the XP calibration. Akuma, the resin 3D printing guide. What's up? Nothing much. Just kind of modeling some stuff really quick so we can get this on the road. And now I lost my USB drive. I put it somewhere, and now I don't know where it is. It's in the abyss of doom boxes. No, I found it. Oh, can't undo that. That's memory. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some calibration prints. And I'm just going to save these all onto the printer. So we're going to make a new profile, and we're going to edit it, and we're going to call it Rich Opto Clear Purple, because that's what we're using. So I'm going to take that off. We're going to take that to 5, that to 5. And essentially we're going to do 2.2, 30, okay. We're going to bring this up to 150 right away. We need some speed. I have the need for speed. 5. All right, so we're going to slice this at 2.2. I'll adjust it. I'll put up some more faster times. That's just a base layer, so what it's going to take 10 minutes to print that. That's pretty good. I can deal with that. 2.2. Name it. See, you're the resin printing god now. I'm the TPU printing god. There you go. It's your rubbery printing god. That's good. 2.5, we're going to set that at. I'm going to slice the file. Sent weights. Yeah. Does it do like weights? No. Doesn't do anything special. $2.5. Why didn't I do one at 2.0? Well, I will do one at 2.0 right now. That's usually a pretty good range. I can go up to 3.0, but I think I'll be all right. Akuma, how are the kids? They should be going to bed. And I should be eating my funnel cake. There's nothing more American about funnel cake. Or than funnel cake, I should say. All right. So we got some speed settings going here. Now we need to get resin. Grab the correct resin. Water washable. Good. Pure purple. All right. There we go. Now you guys get to see my pretty face. All right. So got some new resin here. Oh, do they not include the cool stuff anymore? Or did I already take all that stuff out? They used to include whatchamacallits? Strainers, back cleaners. All right. So we're going to put it down in there. Oh, I think my battery's going to be dying here. Yeah, I'm just mixing some things up here. Why do they call you the resin printing god? Because I do some strange stuff like that. You get a better mix from the resin sideways. Actually, when you do it upside down, it's a good mix. Ooh, that is a deep purple. Purple rain, purple rain. Woo, that is deep. That is purple, purple. All right. Clean this off a little bit more. All right. So now that that's going, let's get our USB drive and let's do our test prints. I do like this this screen that they have here. It's a really nice looking screen. And like I said, I think this has a Mango board on it, not a Shitu box board. Oh my God, that's a cool tool. Yeah, so essentially all it is a 4-inch PVC with a a hole bored out of it. That's what I get for trying to speak too quickly in 2 words combined, and that was terrible. Anyway, so yeah, it's a 4-inch tube with a hole bored out of it, and essentially it's just a like a large screw. It's nothing even spectacular. Like I probably should change it out because it's not the greatest. But it does its job for the time being. So it was just a fly by the seat of my pants type idea, and it worked. And the great thing is it mixes up the resin super well, and there's no bubbles. So yeah, that's the greatest thing. Like there's literally no bubbles in it right now. So anyway, let's go to USB. We're gonna go. Let's see. Should we do 2.0, 2.2, or 2.5? I'll be honest. My sweet spot is usually 2.2. It's my go-to for anything. You guys, you choose. You choose. Give you guys 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 2.2 it is. Thank you. Who is that? Square Peg Steve. Yar. All right. So we're going to go ahead and print this. It is checking the model, making sure everything's good, and it says 10 minutes. Now that's highly unlikely that the slicer says that it's the correct time. Unless they mess with something in the profile, which I didn't even look. Let's see. Nope, they didn't put print time compensation. Either way. You might love this. I was losing my mind for an hour because my printer would stop printing. Then I realized I set the file for the LDR instead of the Hallet. Oof. That's surprised that even worked. Because that's two different file outputs. That's one of the interesting things about resin printers is each and every resin printer has their own different file output. Like obviously if you have all like Photon Mono 4Ks, they're all the same. But if you have a 4K, then you have a 6K, then you have a Mono X or a Mono SE, they're all different file outputs. All of them. Like the M3 Max, that's an M3 Max output, or M3M, I think it is. For the M3 Plus, it's an M3P output. For the M3, it's just M3, or so on. I think it's an MPH, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I'm surprised that even worked. But that would definitely explain why it didn't work. So. Okay, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Sure, 10 minutes. Starting now.
Oops, sorry. Forgot I had Google on there. All right, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for right now. We're just going to do some testing with that. And then once that print is done, we're going to swap this out, this purple out, for a blue, essentially. We're going to try and get something like this, if I can, for you guys that are seeing. Maybe something a little bit lighter and not as dark. But essentially, that's what we're going for. So basically use the same body. No. So the LDR is made by Calent, and the Hallet series printers are made by Pionext. They are completely different printer in general. They are a lower budget printer, but they are made by a much higher end company. The Hallet is. So noise. Yeah, the Hallets are great printers. My absolute favorite is the Hellet Sky. Now, I haven't printed with this in a little while, I'll be honest. And that's more or less because the Mega usually takes care of everything that I need to. And speaking of the Mega, I have a new screen. So we can get that up and running. Technically, I can still print with it, and it'll be okay. But I just have to deal with the ramifications of whatever mess it's going to leave behind on the screen currently, because there's a nice gash in it. So yeah. But yeah, so going back to your question about the LDR and the Hellet, so the LDRs, usually the range is between 6 seconds and 8 seconds, whereas the Hellet is probably between like 1.8 and 3.5. So quite a difference. And then their base layers are a big difference too. With the LDR, I usually had mine set at 50, if I remember correctly, that was risky. 60 was usually a pretty good safe zone. And then on these resin printers, you can run it at 20 and be okay. But the safe zone is pretty much like 40. But I usually have mine set at 30. So right in between that safe zone and that tipping on the edge of possible failure. So. Yo, what's up, Nick? How's it going? I'm between the Frozen and the Hellet Sky for a bigger printer once I save up enough. So the Hellet Sky is a very hard printer to beat. It checks a lot of boxes, but here's the thing. That printer was designed to be a DLP printer. That is why it is what it is. It is a high-end dental printer. So it's not like your normal printers that you would see, like the Saturn, the Mono X, the Mono 6K, the Creality Hellet Light, the Frozen Sonic 4K, the Mighty 4K, the Epax E10. Like, none of those printers even remotely compare to that printer. That printer will blow them away. The only downside is it's got a smaller build volume. This printer, I'm expecting a lot of good things out of this printer. I personally, so a lot of, okay, if you guys know Uncle Jesse, he's a good friend. I would call him the closest competitor to me, but not really a competitor, because we just talk here and there. But he's more brand specific to Elegoo. Then you have some people that are more brand specific to Anycubic or Creality and so on and so forth. If I had to be brand specific to something, obviously you see that's a Sonic Mega 8K, that's a Sonic Mighty 8K, that's a Sonic Mini 8K. There's a Frozen Sonic Mini 4K right behind here. There's a Mighty 4K sitting right here. And I think that's it. That's all I got for Frozen. So I do have a majority of Frozen. So if I was to be brand specific, it would probably be Frozen. Not by choice or anything, and it's not like I'm contracted to say these are better printers. But they are better for the consumer-based printers. But this one I'm a little worried about because this is the issue I have. So the reason why Elegoo is able to have 8K on their new Saturn II is because of Frozen. So if you guys do or do not know what's going on between Taiwan and China and what has been going on for the last, I don't know, probably decades, there's been a fight for them to join China. And they keep pressuring them and things like that. And essentially that's what happened is manufacturing has been pressured all around the world and even more so in Taiwan because a lot of the manufacturing is in China. So what happened was Frozen moved their production to China. Not happy about it, but they do have a very nice looking printer. But the downside of that is they are no longer having control over their parts. Whereas Frozen used to make their stuff in-house, so their screens were for their printers. That's why it was a pain to get replacements, but it was great because they were far advanced than anybody else. But that's the downfall is now they moved to China, and guess who got it? Elegoo. Because anybody who's anybody can just say, hey, throw me a contract for this product and we can start making something. So that's what Elegoo did. It's a great strategy, but kind of nipped about it. So just my 2 cents. So. My test print failed, and I didn't hear that suction sound it usually makes. It is supposed to make. It won't do that all the time. You're still here. I really don't care about brands, just quality, because companies change their QA. I agree, and that's one of the reasons why Elegoo is kind of suffering a little bit, and why I moved away from Elegoo products, because their Q&A or QC has just went in the toilet over the last 2 years. Well, since the Saturn, essentially. Since the Saturn has been around, their quality control has just been garbage. And it's unfortunate because they have a great brand, and Calent is their originator. And they make great machines, but their quality control has gone downhill, and they just rely on their great customer service. So, get a Hex 3D Spider on the Hallett now. The resin is pretty nice though. So I got a Patreon for Hex 3D because there was I want to get the Flight of the Navigator file. The little tiny guy that swings. I want to get that guy and print him. And then I got another one. I forgot who it was. But I essentially signed up for them too, and I got to download some of the stuff because there were some cool things that I liked. So, but yeah, I'll be on here for a little bit. So, between the Frozen and the Hallett's Guide for Bigger. Oh, yeah, I already saw that. Classic. Yes, absolutely. As much as I hate printing what everybody else prints, you know. Here, how about I trigger some of you resin people? There we go. Anycubic is made in China, and their last ones, I believe, were made by the same manufacturer that made the Sonic Mini. And the reason why I say that is because, well, the similarities to their casing designs are right there. And it's the same manufacturer that made the G-Tech one as well. So I don't know exactly who, but... I mean, I am the resin printing god, so I might as well fuel up with some resin, right? But yeah, most printers that you see are made in China. It's just manufacturing costs for a resin printer. Like, okay, Google, stop. You are. Yeah, no. So just to give you some context, this was bought to be a joke. So this bottle alone was $12. Okay, so just imagine this is a 500 milliliter bottle of resin. What a 500 milliliter bottle of resin is $28, right? 20. Well, we were just looking at it, $27 or $28. So you got to think $12 of this on Amazon just for a bottle, an empty bottle. And then I just put water in it. So me and my buddies were chatting, and it was like, oh, well, we could put some milk in it, and then we could put dye in it and make it look like I'm actually drinking resin. So, yes, it is a resin bottle, but it has not ever had resin in it. It's only had water. So, what's up, man? How's it going? Excuse me while I blow my nose. Yummy. I just want the sickness to be gone. Be gone with you. But yeah, that is a bottle of resin. No, I don't drink out of the wrong bottle, and I'll tell you exactly why. I don't even have one. I don't have a bottle to compare to this. So as you guys can see up there, some of the bottles are like metal. Some of them are big. There's a bottle that looks like it, but it's about twice its size. So it's kind of hard to distinguish between the two, or not distinguish between the two. And then you have like bottles like this, like that's two different bottles. Plus on top of it, this does not have any branding on it. So I make sure to keep none of these bottles of resin around. So that way there's no mix up. My eyes and nose and ears too. Yeah. Hello from Iceland. Wow. Must be really nice where you are right now. Like, I think it was Iceland? I'm pretty sure it was Iceland. Maybe it was Switzerland that I was looking at. One of those places literally is like 70 degrees all year round. It is perfect. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Have you used black resin? Yes, I have. So here's one that I did. And I wish you guys can see the cool stuff. Dang it, that's what I needed to get. I needed to, out of my buying shopping sprees, I forgot to get myself a flashlight. But essentially, this has mica powder in it. So it has this, what is it, purple fuchsia, right? No, not that one. It has this stuff in it, which looks pink, but it has more blue in it. And yeah, it's got mica powder all in him. So I don't know if you guys can see it a little bit or not. Really, really hard to tell in the black. But I saw these like little guys when I was at Medieval Times, and essentially they're like they're little bunnies, but they have a like the Day of the Dead mask. What do they call those? Ida de Muerta. I think I actually said that right. Yeah, so they essentially had like the Day of the Dead mask on, and it's to celebrate that type of culture and everything. And I always thought they were cool. And I'm like, I remember somebody made a model of that, and sure enough, they did. And they also had a Reaper model, so I made the little Reaper guy because I was like, this is really, really cool. So here, maybe you guys can see the mica powder in them or not. I don't know if you can. Very, very hard to see, but it is in there. So Sudafed has been my friend. You got anything on the plate? Well, let's see. Take this bad boy off and see what we got. So I will tell you right now, this is a larger printer. So this is bigger than like the Saturn, well, the Saturn and the Saturn S. And it's bigger than the Mono 6K, the Mono X. It's a 10-inch screen. My biggest pet peeve already with this is the pop-off top. I absolutely cannot stand that when you get over a smaller printer. Why they still have that, I don't know, but that is, you'll hear me talk about it when I do the review on this. But yes, we do have a print. So Isaacs followed you. Thank you. All right. So, and I need to order more gloves because we're running extremely low. We can maybe get away with doing this one-handed. So I drink green tea, but not too much. Builds up my immune system. Yeah, you know what? They used to have a really nice Chinese place that I used to go to that had such amazing green tea. And unfortunately, it's been gone for a long time, but they had the best I've ever had. And then there was also a hookah place that we used to go to that had Jasmine tea. It was phenomenal. I was like, somebody suggested it. I'm like, Jasmine? I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like this. And it turned it out. Oh, it was awesome. And yeah, I'm not a big tea drinker, but those, yeah. But I have been drinking like Theraflu really, really hot. So it's been awesome to have 70-degree weather year round. Yeah, it got to 110 here in South Texas. That's pretty toasty. I think today we were not too high up there, but our humidity was terrible. So definitely going to need to design a build plate. But the cool thing is I think this is the same design build plate holder as this Frozen Sonic Mini. So that would be awesome to get away with that. Might have to mix this up a little bit. Still got a little bit of gray in here from our previous print. Ooh, I think we're underexposed here. That's odd. That's usually pretty good. 2.2 is usually right on the money most of the time. Every once in a while, I have to go up to 2.5, but this might have to go up higher than that. Unless it's just the angle that I'm looking at. We might be okay. All right, let's get this off the build plate. Get it all washed and take a look and see what we got going on here. Chrissy, wake up. Well, that's kind of cool. It shows you where the Z is going to be at and what height. It got to 100 here in Arizona. Yes, but it's a dry heat. Sorry, I had to. Yeah, I think we might have to go up a little bit. Let's give it a little swish. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Oh, no, we are. Yep, we're under. All right, so. even have to do another one. Well, the wind blew hard and started the rain. The humidity went up some. Are you on any Facebook resin pages? I'm probably on all of them, to be in all honesty. I do have my own that is 3D resin printing for noobs, and I'm not on there as much as my 3D printing for noobs group, but it's there. If you ever need me, just tag me. You can message me, whatever. But 3D printing for noobs is pretty much my group that I'm on all the time, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you for all the likes. 7.4K likes. We got some likes up in here. Yeah, so I'll show you once this is a little bit more dry. We just kind of did a quick test here. We don't have time to mess about, but came out pretty good. Just slightly under. So if you guys can, well, you're not going to be able to see that, I don't think, because the focus on this. But essentially, there's a line that goes around here, okay, around the entire edge of this. And if you look close enough, you'll see there's like some peaks and ridges there, right at the bottom of my finger here, right there, okay? And that is underexposing. It's not 100% curing the outside border. So we're close, but not. We're still a little bit off. So for you guys that are checking everything out, look at the outside border. There. And that's pretty much all I do. So Britt is good at resin printing. Britt Sidlor Britt, the one who I showed how to start getting into resin printing, is awesome, and that's all she could print for like 2 weeks. So she came to the light side. Yes, I helped her out, get her stuff back up together. Any other hobbies you have? Oh my God, that's a never-ending story. I have a Cricut maker here that I wanted to get into, and I probably used 2 times, and it's been sitting here for about almost 2 years now. I have a chocolate 3D printer here. I do a lot of retro gaming. I don't do too much gaming anymore, but I used to. But that's pretty much it for hobbies. Anything nerd related, I'm most likely into. So I also have a kiln that I need to get set up here. So oh, cool. Yeah, I'm like, me and designing, I just don't do it because I don't have the time to sit down and get everything situated. So that's the problem. Like I need to sit down and see everything. So let's see here. Oh, sorry. Test print is underway now. Oh my God, that is way too high. Holy cow, dude. I picked up a Creality Hellet today from Micro Center. Cool, good printer. There are so much more printers and resins. Yes. Yes, I have a ton of resin printers and ton of resins. Well, you guys that are watching, you can't see any of the resins that are up there, but I mean, you think of it, and I could probably got it, except for Anycubic and Elegoo. That's really. I might have an No, I might have an Anycubic up there somewhere. I think I got a little bit left of the green up there. So while there, help two dads get their first printers for their sons. What a great day. Awesome. See, that's cool stuff. That's great. That's what I love doing. So here, I wanted to show this to people. Let's I wanted to show this to people on at least Facebook here, how wrong this is. So recommended settings for 3D printing: bottom exposure 60 seconds, normal exposure 8 seconds, shelf life 365 days. So the shelf life part is pretty much right, but you can still use resin after that. However, the bottom exposure and normal exposure, that is correct for older printers. Now, when I say older printers, those are RGB printers like the LD-002R, and older than that even, like the original Elegoo Mars printers. None of the printers nowadays use an exposure or bottom exposure time at that. They are half that, if not less, usually less. So that's one of the issues I consistently see with people, especially with Elegoo printers. They get an Elegoo printer and then they get an Elegoo bottle of resin, and it still has the old exposure times on it. And I don't understand why they still do that. I don't. It boggles my mind. That's what I hate. And then people are like, why is my stuff super brittle, or why isn't it printing? Well, that's why. Because you're going off the correct times, but it's not right. This like 9-year-old wants to do cosplays. That is awesome, and that's a lot of work. But man, the reward is just amazing. It's stuff like that. How long have you been doing resin printing for, if you don't mind me asking? No, absolutely. Ask away. Questions are sky's the limit. So I have been 3D printing in general for almost 5 years now. I think it'll be 5 years end of this month, right? It's July. End of this month, it'll be 5 years, and it'll be 4 years resin printing in November. Or is it 6 years printing? Sorry. It's 4.5 years right now. And it'll be 4 years. No, I'm sorry. I'm losing track of time. It's a while. At least 3 years resin printing. It'll be 4.5 years. Now, be 5. Yeah, so that's right. So yeah, it's like 3.5 years and 4.5 years total printing, 3.5 years of resin printing. So they update their data sheets fairly regular, which helps at least. So one of the things that they do need to add on that is that those are starting points. That's something I see, again, a lot of problems that people have is where they think those are actual resin exposure times. But here's the thing, like, I can have the same machine, and my buddy 20 minutes from me can have the same machine. His is upstairs, mine's downstairs in a basement, using the same resin, got our printers the same exact day, have the same amount of print hours, and his printer can be printing 0.2 seconds faster than mine. Everything changes. It's the same thing with FDM printers. Everything changes on those printers. So, okay, my Sheet 2 box by default is 60-8. What should it be for Photon S? So Photon S is an older printer. That is an RGB screen. That is normal. Again, I would still do a resin exposure print. I use the one from Frozen. You can find it on their Facebook page. It's very simple to print. It'll probably take about a half hour to print on that printer. But that's about where you should be. For those printers, you're printing anywhere between 6 to 8 seconds. And then your bottom exposure, you can probably bring that down to 50 and be okay. Just to give you a little bit faster printing times. But that's about as far as I'd go with that. So, you thinking that's due to temperature differences or just the printer themselves? So it's everything. It's everything. So even though, you know, he can have, let's say we both had 20 hours of printing. Let's say he does a vac clean every time he does printing. So technically, even though he's got 20 hours of print time, he has lit up his LEDs more than I have. So there's more stress on his printer. So he could be printing at 2 seconds slower because of that. Every little thing is a difference. Even the machine, the mechanics of the machine can be different. So that's why, yeah, you could probably get away with printing what somebody puts out there. But if you start having failures, dial it in. It's always best. That's why I just don't use those anymore. I just dial in my stuff and call it a day. So anywhere else besides Facebook, I don't have an account. Like to contact me? You could contact me via email, akumamax84@gmail.com, or you can catch me on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. On the slicer, it can say it will take 2 hours, but on the printer, it always adds like 2 to 3 hours. So the new Sheet 2 box has print time compensation for that. So so there's a couple things that add into that. Obviously, your machine settings are going to be different. So you know, you might have a print. I lost my train of thought. Oh, so you might have a print and your machine settings are just set too low, or like there's too much off delay. Like the Frozen printers, they have that thing where they're set to make the most clean and optimized prints. And I can still modify my settings and still maintain close to that without sacrificing too much. So that's why I do speed settings on my printers, specifically for the Frozen ones, especially for that thing. Because printing full build at 64 hours, that's a long time. That's FDM time. But I was able to get it down to 34 hours, I think it was. And I think that's even on okay settings. That's not even on my fastest. But yeah, essentially, there's lots of things that add into that. But you can go into the tab. I think it's the Advanced tab on Sheet 2 box, and you can enter in print time. So if you go to your printer and it says, all right, Sheet 2 box says this print is going to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. My printer says 4 hours and 5 minutes. So what you're going to do is you're going to add in however many seconds. Let's say 7 seconds. It's probably too much, but let's say 7 seconds you add on there, and you go to slice it, and it says something closer to what your machine is. Then you can get a more accurate description of what you're going to be printing your times at. So I only have the one Mars 3 as a frame of reference. Gotcha. So the Mars 3 is going to be at a BW screen, a black and white. It's going to be faster. Treat each printer differently. Test and tune as needed. Literally the same as like anything else. Just like a car. Some cars, they have bad engines right out of the factory. Some cars last, hundreds of thousands of miles. Some of them have higher horsepower just out of nowhere. Even though they're all machines, parts, same thing. So it will eventually get a resin, but it will have to wait. Hey, it's fine. They're not going anywhere. They're just going to get more and more. So Morse code, hand signal, smoke signal. I feel like I'm bad at leveling my resin printer. What is the right way to feel? So what I usually do is I'll take my vat out. I'll fold the sheet of paper in half, put it on the screen, unscrew my build plate as best as I can where it's wobbly, home the printer, then do the spock and press it down while tightening the screws. Then see if that paper goes in and out. If it does, press 0.1 millimeter down. Keep doing that until it's stiff and it does not move back and forth. You can only pull it out. Then hit set Z 0 or Z equals 0. Set that to 0 and you're done. Put your vats on and start printing. I kind of YOLO'd the Hallett. Hope it goes. It'll be all right. We'll see. Thanks for all the info, brother. Live long and prosper. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, guys. All right, so we got our other print up. So this is one of the greater things about these type of printers, because you can get prints off very quickly. So it's essentially going to take me a half hour to dial in this resin. And that's it. After that, I'll just print away with it. I'll print the whole bottle on that setting. But this should be good. If not, we might have to go up 0.2, and at that point, I'm not even going to run an exposure test. I'm just going to run it because this will tell me exactly where I need to go. I know I don't need to go down. I need to go up. So that was at 2.2. This is at 2.5. So we're going to see how it goes from here, and then we're going to slice our file. And like I said, we're basically just going to go and see what it says here. But I'm pretty sure this one will be good right away. All right, so let's go ahead and dip this in the wash really quick and see where we're at. Just bought new prep sheets. Do I remove the peelable pieces? Yes, there should be one on each side. Yeah, they're basically like covers, protectors for it. They're a royal pain to get off of. I will tell you that. sent a mini speaker. Well, thank you, Luna. Yeah, fold the fold the paper. I can talk today, I swear. Fold the piece of paper in half, and then you'll be good. All right, so let's take a look at this. Oh, we're still under. That's amazing. All right, so we're at 2.5 right now. So we're basically going to jack it up. So I would normally go from 2.5 to 2.7, but since these are prints we got to get done right now, we're going to go to 3.0, and we're going to do what I always say not to say, what to do. Thank you. The test print is frozen, or what was the name again? Frozen. So PHROZEN. Look them up on Facebook, because I don't know if they have it publicly around. Excuse me. Jesus. All right. So essentially, like I said, we're going to cheat on this one. First off, I want to objects to printer stuff. I'm amazed that there's even anybody watching on Twitch. I wonder who is watching on Twitch. Oh, I wonder, wonder, wonder. Who wrote the book? What did I do with that? Oh no. That's not it. Shoot. Dang it. I forgot to save those. Oh well. We'll just load them back up. Not the inputs for excellent. It's not. Desktop. Ah, there it is. All right, so we're going to change our settings. We're going to go to actually over it. And we're going to print it. Slice. All right, so 3 hours and 35 minutes. Perfect. That'll probably be like 4 hours for this, but we'll see. Cyclone Jack. What's up, man?
What did I do? Is that it? Yes.
Looked like you were deep in thought. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Sorry. All right. So for those who were asking about the popping, this one's going to pop because it's a straight up and down print. So which good. What, it's going to take 400 milliliters of resin. There. Where's that? That one's going. It's laying down much better than the last time. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm gonna let you off the hook, unless you guys want to stick around and still chit chat. But I think you guys probably have some better things to do for the night, right? Unless I'm crazy. Thank you for sticking around and chit chatting. If you got anything that you need help with, just hit me up on here. I'm always around to help people. So I know trying to send pictures back and forth on TikTok is not the greatest, but there's always email. We can always use Google Drive, whatever. So I can always help you out in some way, shape, or form. So, but yeah, I think that's going to end our night for right now, and I will catch you guys all on the flip side. Until next time, guys, happy printing.